Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever part of the world you may be listening from. A pleasant welcome to Liberia Online News Update with me, your presenter, Taina James Karbah. The day is Monday, November 18, 2024. The top stories we are closely following. Assistant Information Minister Yemplo resigns following indefinite suspension by President Boakai. Unity Party reaffirmed full support for President Bouakar's leadership in the rest agenda calls for unity and accountability in government. Following two-day session. Missing mother of six found dead in Bangabong County. That small alarms over looming danger of street sales of caffeinated energy drinks. Liberia Business Association president frowns at foreigners' involvement into businesses lawfully earmarked for Liberians. Those were the headlines. Now the news in details. Assistant Information Minister resigns following indefinite suspension by President Boakai. Minister Yemplo, the recently suspended Assistant Minister for Information Services at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, has announced his resignations effective immediately. Yemplo's decision to step down follows what he describes as unjust targeting allegedly by powerful figures within President Bouakar's cycle. In response to his vocal oppositions to a controversial government-backed program. In a scathing resignation letter addressed to President Joseph Newman Boakai, expressed his disappointment over the indefinite suspensions, which he believes was a direct result of his public criticisms of the work-study loan programs promoted by Foreign Minister Sarah Beslo Yanti and allegedly facilitated by a foreign company, Nicotech. According to Yemplo, the program misrepresents the facts, claiming that the Liberian government has secured the loan opportunity for students, when in reality it is the participants who will bear their cost. Why should Liberians pay for a program that the foreign minister and the information minister announced to the nation had already been secured by the government? Yemplo wrote in his resignation letter, which was made public on Sunday. The former assistant minister, who had been suspended after his critical post on social media, further described the initiative as extortionate, warning that the program mislead Liberians into paying for the service they could receive directly from U.S. government program at a no cost. He emphasized that U.S. work-study programs are typically funded by the U.S. government, not private companies like Nicotech. Unity Party reaffirms full support for President Bouakar's leadership in the rest agenda, calls for unity and accountability in government following two-day session. The Unity Party National Executive Committee has called for greater unity, transparency, and accountability within Liberia's government following a two-day leadership session. The leadership session was held from November 16, 17, 2024 at the Golden Key Hotel in Pinsville, Monrovia. The meeting brought together key members of the Unity Party leadership and senior party officials and a range of government representatives, all focused on supporting President Joseph Newman Bouakar's arrest agenda and strengthening Liberia governance structure. The central message of the meeting was the necessity for collaborations and unity amongst government officials and Unity Party members to ensure the success of the arrest agenda. The resolution, which came at the conclusions of the two-day session, stressed that achieving Liberia's development goal will require collective actions from all sectors of the society. The NC emphasized that unity across government ministry, agency, and commission, as well as within the party itself, is crucial for the successful implementations of the arrest agenda. Addressing the press, the Secretary General of the Unity Party, Amos Dwell, revealed that President Bouakar's leadership, as demonstrated in his elections on January 22, 2024, should be supported by all members of the Unity Party government officials. Missing mother of six found dead in Bangabong County. The Liberia National Police in Bond County is investigating the death of Gamma Harris, a 45-year-old mother of six whose decomposed body was discovered a week after she went missing. Madam Harriet, a resident of Brooklyn community in Bangor, was reported missing by her family on Tuesday, November 5, 2024. Despite a thorough search by family and community members, she remained missing until Tuesday, November 12, 2024, when her decomposed body was discovered near Sangate's Farm in the Brooklyn community. Reports indicate that a cattle caretaker detected an unpleasant scent and initially thought one of his cows had died. But upon checking, he found the source to be a human body. A 15-man jury examined the remains, but due to their advanced state of decomposition, they were unable to detect any sign of foul play or establish the cause of death. The Crime Service Divisions of the Liberia National Police Bond County Detachment has since launched a full investigation into the circumstances surrounding her death. Madam Harriet's body has been buried as police continues their inquiry into the tragic incident. Dr. Small alarms over looming danger of street sales of caffeinated energy drinks. These days, our streets are flooded with the increasing waves of unregulated street sellings of caffeinated energy drinks. Young boys and girls are usually seen between moving vehicles and the sidewalks with varieties of brands of energy drinks for sales. Dr. David Sumot, a pharmacist, observes. The former Liberia Medicines and Health Regulatory Authority's Managing Director, Dr. Sumot, warned that the proliferation of street sellings of energy drinks needs to be regulated. According to him, it is a deadly potential weapon that, if left to strive in the populations unregulated as it is currently is, there will be a continual loss of precious lives of very important members of society. On his official Facebook page, Dr. Smoke reveals that some, if not most, of these energy drinks are usually near expirations or have already expired before finding their way into the open market at a very low cost. Dr. Smoke, who has been critical when it comes to fighting fake, expire, or counterfeit drugs or drinks and other harmful substances on the Liberian market, disclosed that the daily consumption of caffeine concentrated canned drinks is on the rise. Liberia Business Association's president frowns at foreigners' involvement into businesses lawfully earmarked for Liberians. The president of the Liberia Business Association, James Karbah, has frowned at the Liberia Business Registry for reportedly providing business lessons to foreigners to get involved into businesses lawfully earmarked for Liberian small, medium, and large enterprises. Libat on Wednesday in a press conference said businesses that were exclusively set aside for only Liberians to do have been encroached on by foreigners through international violations which require impositions of fine by the Liberian government. Foreigners' involvement into sand mining, bricks making, airstream productions, among others, restrict businesses should be denied business lessons by Liberia Business Registry to avoid the culture of continuous violations. Liberians are tired and need their rightful economic positions in their own economy. So if the government does not stop giving licenses in commercial areas that Liberians need to do business, we will take our own constructive action, said the president, Scotland. According to Libat, presidents, Liberia retreating sector needs to be managed by Liberian-owned businesses because they are the owner of their country's economy. He said businesses like sand mining, bricks factory, and retail mineral water making, among others, are set aside for Liberians to do based on legal reliance. We are seeing that Liberian businesses and foreign enterprises are doing retail together, which of course is not growing Liberia businesses and continuing to put Liberian enterprises into huge debts. This is how we like to come to an end of today's editions of Liberia Online News Audit with me, your presenter, Taina James Karbah. Do join us tomorrow for another fresh editions of Liberia Online News Update with me, your presenter,